Basic structure of an office in our context. When we started out, we had the fortune of the Carnegie grant that helped us to get a consultant to work with us. And so we learned a lot about what should be in place. Not every institution would have the benefit of such a grant. So I have 10 people working with me. I am the director. I have a personal assistant who helps me do some things in my own office. I have a finance and office manager. I have a research and proposal writer. I have a database officer. I have 3 communication officers. I have an alumni relations officer. And now I have an advancement officer, someone devoted to fundraising. But one important position that we had to create in our own context is a project officer, because it's one thing to get the money, and it's another important aspect of fundraising to do what the money is supposed to be used for. So we have an officer who is there to ensure that these things are carried out. So that's the basic setup for my office. If someone is setting out to start a new office with low budget, I will say yes, you need the person who would be in charge of that office, because certainly you just can't have a couple of people running around for whatever reason. You need somebody who coordinates the advancement functions for your institutions. And you need somebody to be in charge of alumni relations. And I would very much advise that alumni relation works together with fundraising. It's no point splitting them apart when you know the purpose of alumni relations to get your alumni to support your institution. It's a no-brainer. It just makes sense to fuse this together. I know many institutions start alumni relations and then eventually come to start fundraising. But when you do start, please put them together. You also need to harmonize your communications with the fundraising component, because you can't raise funds without reaching out to people. And it just makes sense to have the university communication working together with your fundraising effort. The third one is that you must have someone who would be doing the calls, the fundraising bit. It's important because sometimes we tend to forget doing other things and leave the fundraising component. You need someone who's, well, they call it major gift officers or in other places, but you need somebody who would focus on fundraising. And that person could start with some research for you, some proposal writing, some case for support writing. So you need basically these 3-4 people to start off an office. The kind of people you should be looking for, you're not going to get anyone who may have experience in this. And if you do, they might be too expensive for you. But you can look for people who have composite skills that you can transfer to these responsibilities. But please let them train. Send them to institutions that can put them through, that can give them a guide. And in advancement, we're always willing to share that. We're very generous with our information, and we'll be able to, any institution will be able to help you with those ideas.